ओम अज्ञान ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैवं नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् अष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यभागवतसेवया भागवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Hare Krishna. Welcome to this discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17, Punishment and Reward of Kali. There are four sections in this chapter. First section talks about Parishit Maharaj chastising Kali, and 10th section talks about Parishit Maharaj Dharma, and shloka number 28 to 41 talks about Parishit Maharaj giving residence to surrendered Kali. And then text 42 to 45 talks about glorious rule of Parikshit. Just a recap of what happened in the previous chapter. So Parishit Maharaj sees cow and bull and Kali. They are figuratively available as the earth, Dharma, and Kali are figuratively available as a cow, bull, and a dark person addressed in the form of a king. And this is visible only to Rikshit Maharaj, because there is an important step that he has to take. And we see Dharma has expressed a lot of questions to Dharani, and Dharani expresses that she cannot tolerate separation from Krishna. That is what she concludes. The conclusion of previous chapter is that cow, which is Dharani, she is unable to separate from Krishna, because whenever Krishna was there, whether he was a child or whether he was a young boy, or when he was a warrior fighting other kings, or when he was doing Bhagavad Gita, his lotus feet was always touching earth. And now when he has disappeared, there is no more personal contact with Krishna. So she is actually missing Krishna from this earth. And this lotus feet of Krishna is so auspicious that it brings lot of prosperity to earth. But now that is not there. Beings like cow and bull are being tortured. So that is how it concludes. At that point, Parishit Maharaj arrives and this chapter starts. So let us go to the shloka. उत उवाच तत्र गोमिथुनं राजा अन्यमानाम् अनार्तवत् दण्ड अस्तं च वृष्लं ददृशे नृपलाञ्छनम्. Translation. Suta Goswami said, after reaching that place, Maharaj Parikshit observed that a lower caste Sudra, dressed like a king, was beating a cow and a bull with club, as if they had no owner. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada points out the role of Brahmana, Vaishya, and Sudra, that these roles are all reversed. This means a person has to perform a particular duty, but he is not performing it. Shudra should act like a person who can serve others, but here he is acting like a king, which is misplaced uh, activity assigned to wrong people. So now, if you see the purport, Srila Prabhupada is writing, in the age of Kali, the Shudra class of men are in post of administrators, and the cows and bulls or the mothers and fathers, unprotected by Vaishyas, are subjected to slaughterhouses organized by the Shudra administrators. Therefore, it is important that we distribute Srimad Bhagavatam so that everybody comes to understand their actual position and start protecting what needs to be protected, which is cow and bull and the dharmic way of life. With this note, let us go to the second sloka. Vrisham mrinaladhavalam mehantam iva bibhyatam vepamanam padaikena siddhantam shudrataditam. Translation: The bull was as white as white lotus flower. He was terrified of the Shudra who was beating him, and he was so afraid that he was standing on one leg, trembling and urinating. Trembling and terrified means that Dharma bull is not opposing the tortures of Kali. Kali is beating the bull, but bull is not opposing. Dharma bull is frustrated by the torture of Kali. The purport of Srila Prabhupada is very classic, and if we see the last 5 lines, it's very interesting. The citizens will be free to act as they like without respect for sadhu, shastra, and guru. The bull standing on one leg indicates that the principles of religion are gradually diminishing. Even the fragmental existence of religious principle will be embarrassed by so many obstacles as if in the trembling condition of falling down at any time. So if even if a sadhu is insulted, nobody will oppose it. Women will be mishandled. People will behave insensitive to it. Many innocent animals will be slaughtered, but people will remain as if nothing is happening. Okay, or nothing has happened. Previously, we see that when a cow was beaten by someone, Parishit Maharaj immediately went to chastise him. But now, no one opposes, even if a cow is slaughtered in the middle of road. That is the difference between the administrators of previous age and Kali Yuga. That is why the bull is trembling. Let us go to the next shloka. Gam cha dharma duggam deenam brashnam shudra padahatam vivatsam ashru vadanam shamam yavasam ichyatim. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were being beaten by Shudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in field. In this shloka, there is one interesting word, dharma dukham, beneficial because one can draw religion from her. Duggam, cow gives milk, which can be converted into ghee for performing yagna. And then there is one more thing, vivatsam, without calf. Vatsa means junior. Vatsa means son. So vivatsam, without calf, she is unable to give any milk. This cow is now without any calf. A cow without a calf is not beautiful. It will be in a wretched condition. But when a cow is with calf, it is very beautiful. Mother Earth is now without calf, and Mother Earth has many children. Um, it has trees, it has plants. There are many human beings who live there. But now she is described here as Vivatsam. That means she has no plants. She does not have any plants and trees. Hence, there will be scarcity of food in Kali Yuga. Mother Earth will not be able to produce sufficiently. Therefore, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is explaining how it is difficult. The next symptom of age of Kali is the distressed condition of cow. Milking the cow means drawing principles of religion in the liquid form. The great rishis and munis would live only on milk. Srila Shukdev Goswami would go to the householder while he was milking a cow, and he would simply take little quantity of it for subsistence. Even 50 years ago, no one would deprive a sadhu of a quart or two of milk, and every householder would give milk like water. And last 5 lines in this are also very nice. Despite all endeavors for peace and prosperity, they must try to see cows and bulls happy in all respects. Foolish people do not know how one earns happiness by making the cows and bulls happy, but it is a fact by law of nature. Let us take it from the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam and adopt the principles for total happiness of humanity. One of the reasons why we need to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam is that it is the authority for this age of Kali Yuga, as Srila Prabhupada writes here. So, Srimad Bhagavatam needs to be read deeply and understood and preached widely so that Dharma can be established in this Yuga. Let us go to the next shloka. प्रपच्चरतनम् आरुध कार्ताश्वर परिचितां मेघगम्भीरय वाचा समार्पित कार्मुकः. Maharaj Parikshit, well equipped with arrows and bows and seated on a gold embossed chariot, spoke to him, the Shudra, with a deep voice sounding like thunder. This purport is needs to be read. It is Prabhupada makes very important point here. An administrative head or a king like Maharaj Parikshit with full majestic authority, well equipped with weapons to chastise miscreants, can challenge the agents of age of Kali. Then only will it be possible to counteract the degraded age. And in the absence of such strong executive heads, there is always disruption of tranquility. The elected show bottle executive head as representative of degraded public cannot be equal with strong king like Maharaj Parikshit. The dress or style of royal order does not count. It is one's action which are counted. Parikshit Maharaj is not waiting for anyone to give instruction. As soon as he saw cow is and bull are being tortured, he immediately gets into action. That is the Kshatriya spirit. So the existing show bottle executive does make takes decision which is pampering some people so that he can get elected into the government again and make money for or make money or satisfy his ego by remaining in the higher post for long duration of time. So they are show bottle executive head who cannot take action boldly. It is the action which is very very important. If there is a very strong executive head who understands dharma, there should not be any killing of innocent children. Innocent children, when I say no abortion, no cow slaughtering, and actually Prabhupada said that if you want cow meat, it is okay. You wait for the cow to die and then you take. That was also system for people who were outside the varnashrama circles. So same thing can be followed, but we should not grow cow and bulls, cow and bull, just for sake of our taste buds. Shloka number 5. Kastvam macharane loke balatamsi abalam bali naradevo asivesena natvat karmana advija advijaha. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill. Within my protection, those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man king, but by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of twice born Kshatriya. So Kali is dressed as a king, but he is not king. Parikshit Maharaj is king. Though he is dressed like a king, though Kali is dressed like a king, he does not behave like a king. That means person who are not talented are placed in Kshatriya roles or Brahminical roles in Kali Yuga. If this happens, then there is only exploitation of the weaker section of the society. Parikshit Maharaj is king. He behaves like a king. Kali is a Shudra, but he is dressed like a king and does not behave like a king. This means he will only trouble the people. Kali is opposing the principles of twice born. That is what Parishad Maharaj is mentioning here. In Srila Prabhupada's purport focuses on the concept of first birth and second birth. I will read the last four lines because I think it is the entire purport is important, but last four lines are very important. No one can expect justice or equality of treatment from once born, spiritually uncultured, lower class men. Therefore, in the age of Kali, everyone is unhappy due to the maladministration of the state. The modern human society is not twice bound by spiritual culture. Therefore, people's government by the people who are not twice born must be a government of Kali in which everyone is happy. So, Srila Prabhupada is here mentioning the people's government by the people, which is like the definition of democracy. And we see democratic government everywhere. It is described by Srila Prabhupada as demon crazy. It is not democracy, it is demon crazy. So only third class of fourth class men or beyond fourth class people, they become the head of the administration and they exploit weak people. Once born means only parent birth or a biological birth is there. He does not have any spiritual culture. A person who is initiated by a spiritual master becomes twice born, and hence he gets molded into the spiritual culture and he becomes a good administrator. With one birth, he cannot manage the show. In Kali Yuga, the administrators are not Dvija. They are not spiritually cultured, or they do not have inculcated spiritual culture. Now we see that Kali Yuga, Kali person will respond to Parishit Maharaj question. And it is very interesting. Actually, Kali is the king of time. Parishit Maharaj is the king of land. That is what he will tell. Yastvam Krishne gate duram sah Gandhiva danvana danvana soche asi asoshayan rahasi praharan vadam harhasi. You rogue, do you dare beat an innocent cow because Lord Krishna and Arjuna, the carrier of Gandiva bow, are out of sight? Since you are beating the innocent in a secluded place, you are considered a culprit and therefore deserve to be killed. Kali is to be punished because he was mishandling innocent people in seclusion. If an innocent child is beaten, anybody will come and question. But then you do that in seclusion because you are doing a crime, you are doing an exploitation. Same way, when we mishandle innocent animal, in this case it is a cow, innocent animal, bull, it is also a crime. Cow, children, women, old age people, and brahmanas are to be protected. They should not be armed. And in the cover of protection, we cannot arm them. So we need to have very well culturally inculcated people to take care of them. Parishit Maharaj is telling that you think Krishna and Arjuna are not there. That is why you are doing this. You think there is no one to question Kali. So Parishit Maharaj's point is that I am the grandson of Arjuna. I am the um, son of. No, I also belong to both Yadava and Kuru dynasty. In this case, how Yadava? Because he is a grandson of Shubhadra. Shubhadra is related with Yadava dynasty, and Arjuna is related with Kuru dynasty. That way, he belongs to lineage of both Arjuna and Krishna, and that is why he's saying that in my presence this cannot happen. त्वम्बा मृणालधवलपादैन्यूनः पदाचरन् वृषरूपेण किं कश्चित् देवो न परिकेदयन्. Translation. Then he, Maharaj Parishit, asked the bull, "Oh, who are you? Are you a bull as white lotus, or are you a demigod? You have lost three of your legs and are moving on only one. Are you some demigod causing us grief in the form of bull?" Parishit Maharaj, after chastising Kali, is not talking with bull. He is first taking the and he wants to understand the identity of bull. Here also, Prabhupada's purport, though it is very small, it is very important. At least up to the time of Maharaj Parikshit, no one could imagine the wretched condition of a cow and bull. Maharaj Parikshit, therefore, was astonished to see such a horrible scene. He inquired whether the bull was not a demigod, assuming such a wretched condition to indicate the future of cow and bull. If someone quotes this incident, people will feel what is wrong in beating a cow or bull. In fact, one of the questions asked by sages of Naimisaranya was, why did PM, that is Parishit Maharaj, punish Kali and not kill Kali? Sages of Naimisaranya could not imagine how a person who troubles bull and cow can be spared. They asked this question, why Parishit Maharaj only punished Kali, not killed. If you see the shloka number 116.5, Shaunaka Uvacha Kasya Eto Nija Graha Kalim Digvije Nirpaha Rideva Chinna Drakshudra Ko Asaugamya Padahanat Tat Katayatam Mahabhaga Yadi Krishna Katashrayam. Shaunaka Rishi inquired, why did Maharaj Parikshit simply punish him, since he was lowest of the Shudras, having dressed as a king and having struck a cow on the leg? So it was unimaginable for them that somebody ill treats a cow and a bull. Please describe all these incidents only if they are related with Krishna. Therefore, but now if you say that cow slaughter is not good for the entire earth, we should stop cow slaughter, people will get confused. They do not understand that it is very important to stop killing cows, bulls, all innocent animals in general, and specifically cow and bulls. Uh, but thousands of years before, I mean, around 5,000 years before, it was unimaginable for the sages of Naimisaranya. So we can understand the culture of at that time. Text 8. Najatu Kaurave Dhanam Dordanda Parirambite Bhutale Anupatanti Asmin Vinate Prani Nam Suchau. Now, for the first time in the kingdom, well protected by the arms of kings of Kuru dynasty, I see you grieving with tears in your eyes. Up till now, no one on the earth has ever shed tears because of royal negligence. Till date, there was no tears in the eyes of cows. It was for the first time Parishit Maharaj is seeing cows with tears in eyes. The protection of lives of both human beings and animals is the first and foremost duty of a government. A government must not discriminate in such principles. It is simply horrible for a pure hearted soul to see organized animal killing by the state in this age of Kali. Actually, Srila Prabhupada is speaking his mind here. Maharaj Parikshit was lamenting for tears in the eyes of bull, and he was astonished to see such an unprecedented thing in his good kingdom. Men and animals were equally protected as far as life was concerned. That is the way in God's kingdom. Text 9. Ma Saurabe Ya Atrasuchau Vetut Vrashaladbayam Marodir Amba Badram Te Kalana Mai Shastari. Translation. O son of Surabhi, you need lament no longer now. There is no need to fear this low class Shudra. And O mother cow, as long as I am living as the ruler, and subduer of all envious men. There is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. Parikshit Maharaj is able to see that this low class Shudra only is eating the legs of cow. But still, he wanted a confirmation. He wanted a statement from Bull to take appropriate action. Protection of bulls and cows and all other animals can be possible only when there is a state ruled by executive head like Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit addresses the cow as mother, for he is a cultured, twice born Kshatriya. Surabhi is the name of cow which exists in spiritual planets and are especially reared by Lord Sri Krishna himself. There is one important point Srila Prabhupada is making here. For protecting the cows and Brahminical culture, the Lord, who is very kind to cow and Brahmanas, Go Brahmana Itaya, will be pleased with us and will bestow upon us real peace. So we should distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. Though Prabhupada was against cow killing, animal killing generally, he did not did any active agitation against animal killing or cow killing. What he was telling was that we should distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. We should cultivate people who are cultured. By doing so, we will be able to automatically stop meat eating and hence stop animal killing. So his idea was that if we spread Krishna conscious movement all over the world, these things will stop automatically. And this is possible only when we distribute Srimad Bhagavatam, we do Harinam Sankirtan, we distribute Prasad. When we do this, gradually people's heart will get cleansed and they will come out of all these anarthas. So let us go to the next shloka. So if you see Srila Prabhupada's mission, one side he was distributing books. His mission was to distribute books. His mission was to distribute Harina. His mission was to distribute Prashada. These are the three weapons by which the heart of a person in Kali Yuga can be cleansed. यस्य रास्त्रे प्रजा सर्वास् त्रश्यन्ते साधवि असदुभिः तस्य मत्तस्य नाश्यन्ति कीर्तिरायुर्भगो गति एष राजनां परो धर्मो हि अर्थानाम् अर्ति निग्रह अत एनं वदिष्यामि भूताद्रुहम् असत्तमम्. O chaste one, the king's good name, duration of life, and good rebirth vanish when all kinds of living beings are terrified by miscreants in his kingdom. It is certainly the prime duty of the king to subdue first the suffering of those who suffer. Therefore, I must kill this most wretched man because he is violent against other living beings. Now, cow will make announcement to Parishit Maharaj about the status. Cow understands that if she complains about Shudra, Shudra will be killed by Parishit Maharaj. So Parishit Maharaj is telling that he will kill him because of the violent act. You will not be implicated because of the complaint. Therefore, Kali will be dealt properly by Parishit Maharaj. By doing so, mother cow will not be harmed. We see here that there is acceptance of responsibility from Parishit Maharaj to protect bull and this cow and bull. Parishit Maharaj is confirming that he would punish him because he is violent. Now, here, Srila Prabhupada's purport, this first paragraph is very important. When there is some disturbance caused by wild animals in a village or a town, the police or others take action to kill them. Similarly, it is duty of government to kill at once all bad social elements such as thieves, dacoits, and murderers. The same punishment is all due to animal killers because animals of the state are also praja. Praja means one who has taken birth in the state, and this includes both men and animals. Any living being who takes birth in a state has the primary right to live under protection of king. The jungle animals are also subject to the king and they also have right to live. So what to speak of domestic animals like cows and bulls? We have in India we have lot of protection for animals like tiger, elephant, rhinoceros, because their numbers are all dwindling, and there is a severe law. Government will take severe action against the poachers of these animals. But Srila Prabhupada is making a point here. The jungle animals are subject to king, and they have right to live. So when jungle animals have right to live, who do not have any major usage for a common man, whereas domestic animals like cows and bulls, which help human being to live a dharmic life, they must be definitely protected. So government has to protect them. And there is important point in this paragraph also. Therefore, the law is that one should live only by eating specific living beings as ordained by law of God. We kill animals to use them as a food. But Prabhupada is making a point here. The Ishopanishad directs that one should live by direction of the Lord and not at one's sweet will. A man can subsist on variety of grains, fruits, and milk ordained by God, and there is no need of animal food, save and expect in particular cases. So Srila Prabhupada is telling there is one interesting dialogue when Srila Prabhupada wanted his disciples to go and preach in Russia. So the disciples were telling that there is nothing available, we have to only subsist on meat. But Srila Prabhupada said that it is okay, you can go, but it is important for us to preach the holy name of Lord. So for that, you have a special allowance that you can eat meat. So that is a direct instruction from spiritual master. When you need to spread the holy name of Lord, which is the Yuga Dharma, and you get a direct instruction from spiritual master, it is important that we follow that. Also, we see that when there is nothing available to drink, Srila Prabhupada allowed his disciples to drink grape juice, which is usually considered as wine. Therefore, allowances are there, but those allowances are very specific. They are not general, and this should come as an instruction from the spiritual master. Now, let us. There is interesting point also in the contrasting these statements of a great politician in the modern age with those of Maharaj Parikshit, we find a vast difference. Maharaj Parikshit was a pious according to scriptural codes, whereas modern politicians goes by his personal belief and sentiments. Any great man of material world is after all a conditioned soul. He is bound by his hands and feet by ropes of material nature. And still, the foolish conditioned soul thinks himself as free to act by his whimsical sentiments. The conclusion is that people in the time of Maharaj Parikshit were happy and animals were given proper protection because the executive head was not whimsical or ignorant of God's law. Foolish, faithless creatures try to avoid the existence of Lord and proclaim themselves to be secular at the cost of valuable human life. Human life is especially meant for knowing the signs of God, but foolish creatures, especially in the age of Kali, instead of knowing God scientifically, make propaganda against religious belief as well as existence of God, even though they are always bound by laws of God, by symptoms of birth, death, old age, and disease. Srila Prabhupada is point here is that human life is especially known for knowing the signs of God, but this is very important. That is why we are distributing Srila Prabhupada's books everywhere. That is the remedy for the foolish people. Unless we convince a person scientifically, it is not possible for. There are only two ways in which you can win a person's heart. One is by conquering his taste buds, and another one is by um, giving him right knowledge, and this knowledge attracts him towards Krishna. Other thing is the food. The tasty food of Krishna, which is offered to Krishna, attracts person again and again towards Krishna, and slowly it cleanses heart. The third one is the Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Maha Davagni Nirvapanam, Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam, Vidyavadu Jivanam, Anandambudi Vardhanam, Pratipadam, Purnamrita Swadanam, Sarvatma Snapanam, Param Vijayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So, chanting the holy name of Lord in public slowly cleanses the heart. Therefore, Harinam should go on. Parallelly, book distribution should go on. Parallelly, we should also distribute the prasad. When we do this, the cleansing of heart takes place. Now, going back to the shloka here, I think it is the next shloka. I'll go to the next shloka. को वृश्चत्तव पादं स्त्रीन् सौरभ्यश्चतुष्पदा मा भुवां स्वदर्श राष्ट्रे राजनाम कृष्णानुवर्तिनाम. Translation: He, Maharaj Parishit, repeatedly addressed and questioned the bull thus: O son of Surabhi, who has cut off your three legs? In the state of kings who are obedient to laws of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, there is no one as unhappy as you. Now, here, Krishna Anuvartinam, those who follow the codes of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rajanam Krishna Anuvartinam. This codes of Krishna is Srimad Bhagavatam. Kings who are obedient to laws of Krishna are Krishna Anuvartinam. In the kingdom of Godhead, this is what happens. And in Kali Yuga also, that should only happen. If you see the last three lines in this purport, when Krishna was personally present, the codes of Krishna were being followed without question. But in his absence, such codes are presented in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam for the guidance of the blind person who happens to be at the helm of all affairs. Now, if you see in Padma Puran, there is an interesting shloka. This Purana Surya appeared after disappearance of Krishna. So this is Krishne Swadama Pagate Dharma Jnana Dibi Saha Kalau Nashta Drishameka Puranarko Adunodita. That is what is this first line. These 12 cantos are 12 parts of Sri Krishna's body. This is written in the scriptures, and that is Pado Yadiyo Pratama Dvitiyo Trityai Turya Katito Yad Uru Nabis Tata Panchama Eva Sasto Bhujantaram Dura Yugalam Tatanyo. The Bhagavatam, so I'm just reading the first canto, Bhagavatam's first and second canto are Lord's lotus feet. Pado Yadiyo. Pratama means first, Dvitiyo means second. And third and fourth cantos are his thighs. Tritiye Turya Katito Yad Uru. Fifth canto is his navel, and sixth canto is his chest. And seventh and eighth cantos are his Bhujantaram Dur Yugalam Tatanyo. Kantastu Raja Navamo. Kantas means this is throat. Ninth is his throat. Yadiyo Mukha Aravindam Dashama Prafulam. So Mukha Aravindam. Aravindam is lotus. The lotus face is his 10th is the 10th canto. Ekadasho Yascha Lalata Patam. 11th is his forehead. Siro Api Yad Dvadasha Eva Bati. So 12th is his head. This is from Padma Purana. And after this, after the glorification of the divine Bhagavan, it is said that Namami Deva Karuna Nidanam Tamala Varnam Suhita Avataram Apara Samsara Samudra Setum Bhajamahe Bhagavata Swarupam. I bow down to the Lord, the ocean of mercy, whose color is like that of a tamala tree and who appears in this world for welfare of all. I worship him as the bridge. Setu Samudra. Setu Samudra means bridge of ocean for crossing the unfathomable ocean of material existence. Apara Samsara. Samsara is the material world. Srimad Bhagavatam as appeared as his very self. Bhajame Bhagavata Swarupam. So this is the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. So from this Padma Purana shloka, we see that Krishna and Bhagavatam are non-different. In personal absence of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam substitutes as Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is as good and non-different from Krishna. The form of Krishna is represented by the 12 cantos. Therefore, we must follow the principles as it is told in Srimad Bhagavatam so that we will get the same benefit as if Krishna is here. Now let us go to the next shloka, shloka number 13. आख्याहि वर्षभद्रं वा साधूनाम् अकृत्यशाम् आत्मवैरूप्यकर्तारं पार्थानां कीर्तिदुषानम्. O bull, you are offenseless and thoroughly honest. Therefore, I wish all good to you. Please tell me of the perpetrator of these mutilations, which blacken the reputations of sons of Pritha. How can cow and bull suffer in the kingdom of Pandavas? This is something which Parishit Maharaj is thinking. Parishit Maharaj is considering this as a shameful situation. The bull and the cow are symbols of most offenseless living beings because even the stool and urine of these animals are utilized to benefit human society. The descendants of sons of Pritha, like Maharaj Parishit, were afraid of losing their reputation, but in modern days, the leaders are not even afraid of killing such offenseless animals. The thought that if a cow and bull is tortured in Parikshit Maharaj rule, that was shameful. This type of thought is not there in current day rulers. The king of a state should get alarmed when cow and bulls are getting tortured. They should feel shameful. They should think that their reputation is at stake. Only if they do that, then the rest of the human society will understand the importance. Actually, the chiefs of current day society are not bothered about this at all. जने अनागसी अगम युञ्जन् सर्वतो अस्य च मुद्भयन् साधूनां भद्रम् एव स्यात् असाधु दमने कृते. See why Parishit Maharaj is asking this question before attacking Kali. The reason is Kali is not tangible. He is not tangible. He is intangible. It appears, Kali appears only when we practice something. Therefore, it could be wrong philosophy. It could be wrong thinking. Say, for example, the Islamic tradition spreads a completely different philosophy. Today's atheistic philosophy is also something like that. So it is this philosophy which does not have any form. That is why bulls and whoever follows that philosophy thinks that that is correct. Therefore, bull cannot give a direct answer, and Parishit Maharaj also cannot take a direct action. He has whatever action he takes, it is a little bit indirect action, and that is why Bhagavatam is a sound incarnation. When we read Srimad Bhagavatam, it is a sound that we hear and it changes our heart. So it has a different type of it has an impact, which is a philosophy which goes into us and it converts our heart. We try to understand the right philosophy, and whatever old learnings we have, whatever old culture that we were following, that all gets completely eroded, and the new philosophy sets in, which is the dharmic philosophy, or that is the Krishna conscious philosophy. Therefore, there is no concreteness in existence of Kali. If we continuously do Harinam Sankirtan, Prasad distribution, and recite Srimad Bhagavatam, Kali will not be there. That is why it is a intangible thing. It is not present. That is why Parishit Maharaj is not able to take. He has to get confirmation from Dharma and Dharani before he can take the action. जने अनागसि अगम युञ्जन् सर्वतो अस्य च मद्भयान् साधूनां भद्रम् एवस्यद् असाधु दमने कृते. Whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer must fear me anywhere and everywhere in the world. By curbing dishonest miscreants, one automatically benefits the offenseless. The animals are tortured by miscreants. Therefore, an able administrator will curb these miscreants. Srila Prabhupada is writing, dishonest miscreants flourish because of cowardly and impotent executive heads of state. But when the executive heads are strong enough to curb all sort of dishonest miscreants in any part of the state, certainly they cannot flourish. When the miscreants are punished in an exemplary manner, automatically all good fortune follows. Therefore, it is important um how we can treat these miscreants. We need to give him Srimad Bhagavatam. We cannot go around kill them. It is not possible. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initiated his Sudarshan Chakra to kill Jagai and Midai, who are typical behaviors of Kali Yuga. But Nityananda Prabhu said, if you have to do this, you have to kill everyone. Therefore, we need to preach Krishna consciousness to them. That is the way in which we can treat these type of demoniac people. Therefore, an administrator will curb these many, so in a family, the child or infant will get the attention of the mother. Same way, animals should also be protected. Similarly, all weaker sections of society needs to be protected. They are children, women, brahmanas, animals, old age people. We need to give them proper protection, not give old age homes or animal protection zoos. Kill all brahmanas. Nobody to take. Just give some alimony to women who is divorced, and have a government care center for all children. That way, we are not promoting right culture. The weaker sections of the society needs to be properly taken care. Mother has to take care of children. Women needs to be protected by father, brother, husband, son. Brahmanas needs to be taken care by Kshatriyas. Animal needs to be taken care by Kshatriya. Old age people needs to be taken care by the sons of the family. That culture needs to be reinstated. This culture is what is part of Varnashrama system. Varnashrama system gives us sufficient gives us sufficient idea how to protect these people. Only when these people are protected, it is easy for us to follow the Krishna consciousness. So king has to take care of weaker sections. So in Varnashrama Dharma, there will be a king who has to ensure systems are there in place to give protection to all. Srila Prabhupada is writing, thus automatically there will be a peaceful, offenseless citizen. The devotees of the Lord are by nature peaceful and offenseless, and therefore it is the prime duty of the state to arrange to convert everyone to become devotee of the Lord. Thus, automatically there will be peaceful, offenseless citizen. Then the only duty of king will be to curb the dishonest miscreants. That will bring about peace and harmony in the human society. So we need to convert everyone to become devotees. Srila Prabhupada is giving us the solution here. अनागस्व इह भूतेषु या आगस्कृन निरङ्कुशः ahara tasmi bhujan shakshad amrityasyapi sangadam sangadam. Translation: an abstract living being who commits offenses by torturing those who are offenseless shall be directly uprooted by me, even though he be a denizen of heaven with armor and decorations. The point in this shloka is whatever be the position of a person who is doing this mischief, he needs to be punished, and Parishit Maharaj will punish him. So here we see that Parishit Maharaj's mood was such that if somebody is creating disturbance to weaker section of society, he needs to be challenged. Parishit Maharaj will not calculate if the person is a stronger person or a weaker person. That is the Kshatriya spirit. If he is doing something wrong, we must challenge him, and if we must teach him a lesson, he should be punished, even if he is a demigod. Srila Prabhupada is writing here, the denizens of heavenly kingdom are called as Amara or deathless due to their possessing a long span of life, far greater than that of a human beings. For a human being who has only a maximum of 100-year duration of life, a span of life spreading over millions of years is certainly considered to be deathless. For example, from the Bhagavad Gita, we learn that Brahmaloka planet, the duration of one day is calculated as 4.3 million into 1000 solar years. Similarly, in other heavenly planets, one day is calculated to be 6 months of this planet, and the inhabitants get a life of 10 million of their years. Therefore, in all higher planets, since the span of life is far greater than the human being, the denizens are called as deathless by imagination. Although actually no one within the material world is deathless. Why Srila Prabhupada is telling is that evil, Parishit Maharaj will attack even a demigod whose life otherwise is millions of years. Demigods live a longer life compared to human beings. That is why he is Amara. But that is not the point here. Parishit Maharaj will simply attack if he is a miscreant. Let us go to the next shloka. Rajno hi paramo dharma swadharma stanu palanam shasto anyan yata shastram anapari utpatan iha. Translation: the supreme duty of ruling king is to give all protection to law abiding persons and to chastise those who stray from the ordinance of scriptures in ordinary times when there is no emergency. There may be circumstances when somebody has to deviate from regular dharma. This is apada dharma. In such circumstances, we can deviate from regulatory principles. The rest of the time, samanya dharma needs to be followed. Apadharma can be practiced in extraordinary circumstances. For example, we have a severe severe body ache because of a surgery, and unless we take a medicine which has some percentage of alcohol in it, we will not be able to come out of the trauma of the surgery. Therefore, in that case, it is okay to take alcohol based medicines. It is a apada dharma, it is not a samanya dharma. Apada dharma can be practiced only in extraordinary circumstances. If someone has disease and he cannot come for Mangalarti, then absence from Mangalarti is an extraordinary circumstance. It is not a regular circumstances, but we need to take proper medication so that we can come out of the disease and start attending the Mangalarti. That is very important. So our intention should be that we come out of the disease faster and then come to our sadhana, which is getting up early in the morning, attend Mangalarti, chant 16 rounds, attend Darshanarti, then read Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, at least 1 hour, then practice 4 regulatory principles. This is something which we should do, and this sadhana is to be fixed, and this should be our Samanya Dharma. If we have to travel to some other place and we are tired, it is better for us to take rest and then come out, recuperate faster so that we can go back to our sadhana faster. That is our intention. We need to take proper medication and rest to come out of that situation. This should be our proper focus at every time. So regular course of activity should never be compromised. That is the most important thing here. Okay, so we have today covered up to first part. Parishit Maharaj chastises Kali, and in this we looked into Parishit's rules. Oh, Parishit, no, this not this one. So we actually saw three or sacrifice and how he chastised Kali. Parishit asks Bull about the perpetrator. So we saw these 16 shlokas today. So in our next discussion, we will be covering Parishit Maharaj discussing the causes of suffering of cow and bull earth, and then what happens to Kali. We'll see here, and then we will see the glorious rule of Parikshit Maharaj. So we'll stop here today. Thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhayeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. और प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल. हरि हरि.